Morrie's Brooklyn Park Nissan is out here today with the all-new Nissan 370Z. What I'd like to do is show you around the exterior, the interior of the vehicle, and then give you a driving review. This 370Z has a 3.7-liter V6, giving you 332 horsepower. The clutch is super light in this car, and it's really easy to drive through the 6-speed manual transmission. That, to me, is the preferred option in this car. I mean, with these 18-inch kind of black aluminum wheels that are on here, and the style with this pearl white color, this thing is a riot to drive. Now again, this is the base model, but I mean all the equipment you're getting in here, and you get the cool gauges, kind of a retro throwback to the 240Z even there. I mean, what more could you ask for out of a little two-door sports car? So now inside the 370, I mean, you get these cool gauges in here. This one doesn't have the big infotainment system, but you know, this is a driver's car, so I don't even think you need all that stuff. The steering wheel, it isn't quite round. It's got almost an oval shape to it, but the way it feels in your hand with this perforated leather is really good. I mean, from there, everything else, fuel economy, if you can drive like a normal person, I mean, you're gonna get about 26 on the highway. And having 332 horsepower, that's tough to complain about. From there, I mean, let's fire it up, take it for a spin. All right, so the 370Z is the next model after that 350Z. When that came out, I thought that was an awesome car. You could do that one in the coupe or the convertible, and you know what, that thing was super fun. And this 370 is even better from there. How does this thing ride and drive is the big question. And you know, that clutch is pretty light. It would take a little getting used to for me, since I'm used to driving a little bit more of a stiffer clutch, but that being said, it would make for spirited driving much more accessibly easy. It always wants to keep going and going. Since this isn't a turbo, this is just a V6. I mean, that 332 horse is always there on tap and wanting to go. It sounds pretty good too. That was one other thing I had wondered, because the Nissans always, even the Murano, the older ones, had an awesome sound to it. And I think this car with the 6-speed in it is super fun. It sounds, I mean, I'll show you here how good it just does sound. Nice little growl. You get good noise inside the cabin as well, which is, I mean, always fun to make sure you can hear it as well as the people around you. But I mean, day-to-day driving, I think you could daily drive this car. These 18-inch wheels and these tires that are on there are a pretty aggressive kind of summer tire, but I think you could even get away with throwing a winter or an all-season on here and drive this car year-round. The GTR, if you haven't ever probably driven one of those and compared it to this, I mean, I've spent a little time in both, and I think a lot of that technology that was put into that car, as far as the setup and some of the other stuff, they must have used in this vehicle, because you can tell it's extremely well balanced. It's not only comfortable to drive at kind of a day-to-day, you could sit and stop and go traffic and go around, or you could go out to a racetrack and thrash this thing around and have a ton of fun with that. So you have this nice storage space in here as well behind if you don't have the full infotainment system. I mean, the gauges are cool. I like the little lights for the fuel gauge. It's not a digital readout. You just have these tiny LED lights. But again, that kind of goes back to the Nissan heritage. I think it's cool, all the way back to the old Datsuns and everything else. I mean, it's a well-designed and thought-out car to be new technology with old style and design. And I think in a sports car, that's cool. For 2016, I mean, they've made a few updates as well underneath the hood and a couple other, I mean, small things. But for the most part, if you're looking for a sports car that gets up and goes, sounds good, is reliable, which is a big thing, I mean, I think the 370Z is definitely one to check out. On behalf of Morrie's Brooklyn Park Nissan, thanks for watching our 370Z overview. If you'd like to stop by for a test drive, call, click, or just swing on through. Thanks again for watching, and make sure you buy happy.